to open up and accept a truth in your heart, like our spirit knows. For myself, I am on the 16th degree, so be sure to look into your natal chart and see if you have any main stage ingredients connected to this moon that may be activated, spiritual bliss in that arena or area, or setting the stage for our boundaries. Do you have boundary issues? Scorpio is just that, boundaries, but it's also the potentials. It's the ending, knowing when to end and when to begin, like even just ending a relationship. And the moon in Taurus is all about manifesting the sauce. So it's being about opening up to manifest what your heart wants and accept that manifestation. Like,
Inshallah and Ashe, I should say, welcome to the eclipsed full moon on a talented Tuesday. It has arrived. And to all my replay and live stream viewers, either way, grateful to have you here while we're waiting for people to hop on to this live stream, to the Daily Snippet, or at least listen to the replay. I literally just finished listening to Bruce Lipton live. Can't say enough about that. Ready to really shift this process. That's why I'm a little slow today. But again, welcome to the Taurus full moon lunar eclipse, a beaver blood moon or a blood beaver moon. The power or it eclipsed or apex early this morning. Did anybody wake up at that hour? Like a God universe directed wake up call? I know I sure did. I was up all night long for other reasons, but probably that as well. But being that we're in these highly intuitive states, the spicy or the spidey senses, the spicy ingredients, they're all online, all of our gifts. The prime directives, our personal medicine, the sacredness of our spiritual truths, those may be percolating about the life on the outside of our heart, the star that we are. It's kind of like this karmic threading and a sacred threading all in one. So if you've been holding the reins really hanging tight, I don't know if you've ever rode a horse before, sometimes you hang on so tight to the things that they feel outdated. They might be musty or even oldie. They kind of hinder us. They kind of hold us back in life. So today is ultimately the day to transform, buffing off the tarnish, if you will, releasing the bonds that tie. So this transformation is induced by none other than the Great Spirit, the Great Spiritual Hall of Fame. And it's going to keep accenting into 2023 to really set this foundation. It's like getting an inauguration, plus it's voting day. I voted, by the way. But answer the call, transforming into a new heart. One that has the checks and the balances, the guidelines, the rules, the equality to kind of overflow into our heart's chalice. And utilizing the idea of a drawbridge to invoke spirit for the motivation is in our destiny. Just spirit inducing or this initiation. So the values of spirit, they're kind of birthing new spiritual values, all boosted by this eclipse. So take notes, write down all the things right down to your core, to the very base note, if you will, to the deepest depths, and surrender to, give it, or I like to place it on the altar of the heavenly universe or the one in the universe, leaving no stones unturned, no feelings, no thoughts, no beliefs, really giving it all up to the ghost in the darkness. So this is a maximizing purge for all of humanity, all of the worlds, the other, like the all, dimensions and everything. So kind of read it out loud, say it all proud, and allow the waters to flow, just washing it all away. The past, the streams. I usually burn my list, so we always have options. Salt baths are great, or a rain or a snow dance. We do have that. Jumping in a river, go to the rivers, maybe a lake. Just imagine your soul coming back shiny like a new penny, recalibrated and clarified. Even your personal spidey senses are being activated to the core, to the base note. So the mind and the heart are really getting this entirety, this huge download, not just a little snippet, the entire processing. It's like getting a new hard drive. There is really a lot happening. So it's like these galactic spirit fireworks. So you might need to meditate randomly throughout the day. Keep a candle burning on your ancestor altar. So the universe has choreographed so many treasures, and it's in the surrendering that this threshold of it really becomes to the light on the other side through the void. So just keep surrendering, giving it up to the ghost in the darkness or that heavenly universe altar. I would be doing that all day long, limiting thoughts that pop in, shifting the gears to transform them into opportunities, innovative opportunities, seeing them from the top of the mountain. So with that, welcome to today's Daily Snippet. I am your host. I'm a practicing holistic shaman and medium, an otherworldly life coach, and a subtle energetic surgeon. But I do go by the term holistic shaman medium, which is just a merging of them all, coined by my friend Rich in Mongolia of 2018. What a great adventure. But my intention is to utilize these indigenous ways, these technologies, along with the elemental realms, our original divine blueprint, to navigate our soul's harmonic through these realms, elemental, the imaginal, into and through the gateway of the shaman's portal, which is also our 8th energetic center, the cosmos, the subtle realms, and really so much more. With offerings, prescriptions, and rituals, the otherworldly kind, I might add, to really add to our own sauce, to our ingredients, our personal container, those ingredients. Your personal medicine, your prime directive, just really assisting you in discovering your own innate inner genius, what that personal medicine is, the star that I believe we all are. And Diddy says hello too. Just really reintroducing you to that magical being that resides within each and every one of us so that our light shines even brighter. Maybe he wants to be on the show. Either way, my name is Tanya D, and welcome to my virtual medicine room. And again, if you have yet to subscribe to my channels, please do, YouTube or otherwise. Tanya D on YouTube, my Musing with Tanya D podcast, which a new one just arrived yesterday. It's the Otherworldly Insight seasons. So out for your musing pleasure. The season of Scorpio, I have Hades. I put Pluto in the house, really setting the shaman's portal, our soul star, that 8th energetic center, the mystical and the imaginal, because that's the season we're in. But I'd also like to give a shout out to my community, the village, new subscribers, and also to those of you that have been a part of my journey since the beginning, or at least my show. Gratitude. And also to those of you that are just new and tuning into the replay. So if you don't mind hitting the button, the bell button, so you're notified, along with the new white button, which is kind of hard to remember, but I guess it's a white button now instead of the red or the blue rabbit. The black rabbit. Either way, it's a white button. Go ahead and comment or share. That does get you a message for your day to get you on your way. And it does echo out with that algorithm that's always changing, as we all know, every time you think you got it. But it's all about healing, energetic boundaries, insights of the other world, the world of spirit, ancestors, subtle energy, chakras, and the elementals, and source, the cosmos, the universe, and really so much more. And you can also find me on other channels like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, of course. And however, if your soul possibly is pulling you, dragging you, kicking and screaming, to dive on deeper into the realms of the other world, the mystical and the magical, head on over to the Musing Corridor. This is my digital library in the sky. It's a venue where you have some amazing opportunities and options to assist you, to guide you, a private sacred circle, a community, a village really to utilize as well, which we all need. I am your otherworldly shamanic assistant. You truly are your own healer, but sometimes we do need an otherworldly life coach to get us out of our own way. Sometimes we get in our own way, mostly because we subscribe to a channel we got to unsubscribe from. But if your soul is really calling out to you, be sure to join the Shamanic Healing Academy. You can see what's in the sauce there. So excited. It's a mentorship or a membership opportunity. Spiritual energy meets the truth of our soul. The truth serum rises from the depths of our soul to rise literally bubbling to the surface. So you may feel a little vulnerable today. Maybe you're feeling extra exposed. So give yourself the time, and also more importantly, the sacred space to be with your higher self, your Sira, what you look like on the other side, your higher self. Even that childlike wonder in your own container that you feel safe within. It's like your own personal safety net. So you may witness or maybe get a validation on your own personal spiritual growth, that spiritual acumen. We all go through this. But the crossroads is an understanding where we have been and where we are going, the old and into the new. So one ends, so one begins. It's a spiritual death in a way for a spiritual birthing of our inspirited self. So you're not going to be able to unidentify it. It's going to be obvious. It's going to be clarity or a reconciliation of an issue, or maybe a repeating pattern. So it's like ending one so we can begin something fresh and new and spirited. But forgiveness is the key ingredient, just releasing an old attachment to those old ways so spiritual growth has a new flavor. So in order to move into the next chapter of our soul story, it really is about forgiving something in our day-to-day reality, in our day-to-day life. So this is in a higher octave of faith. It's kind of the middle ground. So do you have faith in your day-to-day, the power of faith and the surrendering to the suffering that often holds us at a standstill, if you will? So that was a lot. So let's go over here on the elemental highway. Your options are, these aren't your options on the highway. Again, we've got Pluto, we have the Earth, and we have the lunar eclipsed moon. Those are your options. So go ahead and choose. I couldn't stand it. I had a hard time. I don't know which one I choose either. But on the elemental highway, we've got a Yin Wood Ox. And I did bring in the hour, by the way, of the lunar eclipse. So we have this Yin Daymaster Wood. So this is a person who likes to make things happen. They're more willing to be accommodating in order to reach a goal. And the ox below our day, that's a storehouse of yin earth, yin water, yin metal. So all of this yin energy is kind of self-undoing, if you will, in the day of a yin wood person. Even the yin metal on the month, which is power and authority. This is unhealthy power. It's inner, it's possibly a negative voice inside of our head. And the pig is like a lake of water. And the yang wood under the pig, that's kind of rivalry to our day. So our day has some sibling rivalry or friends that are rivals or jealous. And fire for a wood person, that's performance and creativity coming in on the year. The year, fire, yeah. So this doesn't rage out of control. This is inner emotional security. So the hour is our emotions. And the ox, the two oxes down there, the hour of the rat, we're going to have a water trine. So we've got a lot of water again. So, however, our day is solid and it's cold. Winter is coming, so it's cold. We do have all the elementals. We have way too much of water. Earth is a meadow. We do have some tiger energy. But the fire is giving our day warmth on the hour. And the ox is keeping the water under control so the fire can warm our hearts. But water definitely is not needed because its character is already there today. That's the useful ingredient. So using water for clarity, reconciliation, to assist in surrendering. And fire, bring in fire, that would be the asset to warm our heart, our home, our family, our hearth. A fire ritual with water. We do have a God on the hour. This is called our internal affairs, if you will. So there's lots of influence on our thoughts and how we process them, along with our inner feelings. Mostly, they're not noticeable to our outer world unless these energies combine with the month or the year, which I won't get into that here. We'd be on forever. But it's at an excellent efficiency. It's like having a full tank of gas. So it's these extra extraordinary skills of artistry, the out-of-this-world ideas of luxury and fine dining, whatever that looks like. Very intellectual writings, public gatherings. And this is all happening in your inner fortress. That's great. Our local or neighboring talent coming in on the month, that's our personal environment, the village, is charismatic. It's at a half tank of gas. So charisma, this is organic charisma. It's out on the stage performing naturally, self-esteem, confidence, etc. And on the year, we have altruist. That's almost at a quarter tank of gas. Do you like how I'm using gas tanks to show you how full this is? But this is like the well-being of the village. It's social injustices. It's empathy. So this would be a day to go to the bigger mountains, delivering your voice to the mountains, the sufferings and the forgiveness as well. So we've got some options. Charismatic, artistic, and altruistic talents all combined. So that was kind of a lot in a weird kind of way. But back to this. Okay, so we have Earth, we have Pluto, and we have the full moon lunar eclipse. Those are your options. So as you decide which one you're going with, just a few announcements. Did you enjoy the Musing Moon meditation? The Beaver Blood Moon, it was a great one. It was probably one of my favorites. It's been out for your musing pleasure. If you subscribed on YouTube, you already hit it. If not, be sure to check it out. And you would have got notified as well in your newsletter. But being in the season of Scorpio, it's all about transformation and power. It's the rise of the phoenix. It's rising from the ashes. It really does remind me of Maleficent when she rises from the ashes, from the tear transformed. So this is kind of playing out in our day-to-day world, and it is at a higher note. So that podcast is actually in your inbox, or you can go to my website. But this is a mystic's moon, is kind of what I would say. This is the imaginal and the mystical meets the voice of the Great Spirit. I don't think I said that in my podcast, but the meditation as well. But this is a higher octave of faith. It's like the universe is streaming in. And the Shamanic Healing Academy, I don't know if you've checked that out, but those doors are open. You can explore that opportunity as well. The links are in the notes, so you can kind of tune into that. And this is a hub. I'm super excited to have it. You're going to have some options to be a part of it. I'm always about options. A membership or a mentorship, whatever feels right for you. Just remember, for the first 20 people, not only do you get Soliciting Solitude for free at an angel number value of more than $111, but you also get a 15-minute intuitive divination session with yours truly, which would be me. And also I'm adding the Energy Body Demystified, which is at $888 in value, angel numbers again. So you can purchase those separately or for free if you decide for the monthly membership, which is $55 to get in, or spend almost over $1,000 to purchase them separately. Plus there's more happening. Or if you really want to take it up a notch, join the membership and listen to your soul navigating your spirit. But today, we do have the circuitry of the Shaman's Portal. We do have the Earth Star and manifesting in a physical kind of way. We do have our throat center online, which mine is scratchy, feeling a little Demi Moore-ish here, and along with the crown. So you may feel this in your quantum bones coming to this cosmic round table, if you will. So it's kind of interesting. Just feel into that. I would be taking notes. I would journaling. I might even stay in a conscious meditation state after this. But the message is, okay, if you chose Pluto, this is great. We've got the 10 of Wands, otherworldly, but either way, this is about trusting and loving and adding fire and passion to what our heart trusts and loves. It's manifesting, which is also the energy of the full moon. So you can see that this man, he's carrying these burdens, or he was through the night, towards the morning sky. He's almost done. He's got some burdens. He's worried. But the full moon, which is curious, is hiding in the background behind the clouds that are approaching this dawn. So it really is the end of a cycle. It's, even if it's the end, it's not completely inside. It is ending. It's echoing. So it's the turning of the wheel of fortune. So the deer, I don't know if you can see them, they're watching silently in the distance. I think there's like 3 from what I counted earlier. I should look on the card. But they're kind of inspiring him. It's like having an animal totem on your backside with their quiet strength. So the message here is that we are nearly finished with whatever task we're doing. It probably was demanding, could have been a little burdensome. We might be a little exhausted, but knowing that there's always a light at the end of the tunnel so we can shine on like a beautiful sunrise. It keeps us determined. It sees us through. It shines on. So it's just drawing in our own most integral kind of basic instincts for the strength to finish what we've already started, but also being aware of stopping too soon. So it's like, don't let the relief of seeing the end of a situation cause us to deter, stay focused on our actions. Okay, and next, you won't believe it. Let's see, we'll go with the Earth. If you chose the Earth, you get the 6 of Wands. Falling away, also otherworldly. So the 6 is acceptance. It's being able to accept things as they are. Opening to accept, maybe a boundary around what you will and will not accept. It's the ability to let go, forgive, surrender. And here we have Sir Lancelot. Just kidding. Riding through the crowd. This little guy is being cheered on. He's got glory. He's got all the flags. He's getting cheered on by the crowd. He's got this hero's welcome. It's celebrating. It's growth. It's a victory. But also the lovers. Both of them show the glory and the joy, but the lovers is more the glory and the joy, which is the result from making wise, balanced decisions. So these achievements that you've been making are really the results of decisions that were made well, like you made a great decision. So it's a message of being in a position to receive those outward congratulations and celebrations for those actions, and knowing that you have done well and you deserve to be recognized. Enjoying those accolades, but also being aware of staying too long in the core of the celebration. It's great to celebrate all of our achievements, whether they're small or large, galactic, but we don't want to rest too long in a sacred space. Otherwise, we lose steam, right? And our final message, if you chose, what did I have? Oh, the eclipse. That's hilarious. The moon, the eclipsed moon. This is great. The Page of Swords, which is interesting, right? It's cutting away. We're kind of ending things today so we can birth anew. So you may not be able to see his face, but he is attempting to stand more confidently and proud. He's trying to express a sense of his disinterest. He's trying not to show that. It's as if he's done this 1,000 times before. But his face, even though he doesn't know it, it's showing this apprehension more so than he would like it to. And really, who wouldn't be a little nervous standing in front of a crowd? Tell me about it, right? But he does. He does have that very large sword, and he knows how to wield it. He actually has never used it. Kind of reminds me of the dragons, those young kids with the dragons. They think they know how to ride them, but in reality, they don't. But this is a message that we are ready to face a new challenge, that an old one, an age-old one is going away. Theory or logic is clear. We have all the tools we need. We know exactly what to do, how to do it. Maybe we're feeling a little perplexed. Maybe we're even scared. But the fear isn't unusual for us. There's no substitute for experience, right? That's something that is missing at this moment, at this juncture. I can hear Melodoma saying this juncture. So know that regardless of the outcome, that we have done our best. We've done the best that we can. And just being aware of overanalyzing, because the swords are the suit of the mind, the intellect. So there may be some danger of thinking about something to where we think about it so much we become paralyzed by worry. And the page sometimes, the Page of Swords, can also indicate a message possibly pertaining to a current problem, an issue, even a belief system. So curious in times, indeed. I think that's interesting. I was live with James. Well, I wasn't on the show, but I was in a group listening to Bruce Lipton, and it's all about belief. So that's amazing. So with the day being a lunar day with a boost, the elementals, we've got fire in the house, the messages, just opening up our challenge to our Sira, our inspirited self, and examining our spiritual growth. Like, have you had any? Like, write them down. I would write them down. If so, like, take note of it. What is ending? What is beginning? So things are like coming full circle. And then we understand the cycle of this spiritual releasing, along with having our senses to intuit the new spiritual enlightening, if you will, or ascending, if you will, or a new beginning. And the veil of Scorpio it's always the thin veil. So this allows for our spiritual, our psychic, our premonitions, our precognitive skills, our awareness, all those things to be more fluid and flowing, and effervescent is kind of the word I always come up with. But so being in the heavenly universe, observe without judgment, keeping our otherworldly cosmic awareness, just being in the flow, whatever that looks like. So our souls are alivening, they're going higher, and the earth star to the shaman's portal, or vice versa. That's kind of what I always feel in the cycle of breaths with this one anyway. So it's from like the other realms, like moving through us, cleansing, reconciling, bringing in more clarity. So I would affirm that I am like a universal conduit for the divine. What does that mean? It's like listening to spirit, going to the waters, maybe the water spirits even, releasing the old, forgiving it, surrender, and just open up to your own soul's spiritual truths, the soul's harmonic. The heart always knows. So I hope the Imaginal and the magic still flows. And be sure to share this episode if it inspired you in any way. And I will hopefully see you tomorrow, a little more on time. But with all of that, I will see you on the other side. As always, Ahhhh. Blessings to you. Make it a great one.